Well, good morning everybody. Now you see, today we'll be taking up the topic life processes. Now what are basically, if we see life processes, what are basically life processes? These life processes are certain processes. Okay. Now these processes help for they are very processes that are very essential for survival. That means they are vital. V-I-T-A-L, vital. So these are very important processes. Now, if we take, you see, I have written 6 points out here. First and foremost, that is nutrition. Second is respiration. Number 3, it is excretion. Number 4, control and coordination. Then circulation and reproduction. Now, if we talk of nutrition, okay, nutrition is the most essential part of the survival. Why? Because if you don't eat, that means the act of taking nutrient. Okay, now this nutrient actually gives us energy. Okay, so the energy we require to do work is supplied by the nutrient. So it is one of the very important life processes. Now these nutrients, I will be dealing nutrition entirely in a separate video, but today since I am giving you a brief account, I will simply tell you that this will come to this only. That means that act of taking nutrients, that means fat, protein, carbohydrate, minerals, okay, whatever organisms taken. I am taking organism because life processes is not restricted to human beings only. This life processes is entirely related to the whole living world. That means the living organism, all living organisms, the plants and the animal, taking in total, we call it as life processes as a whole. Okay, so these nutrients gives energy. So the act of taking food, that means eating food, is entirely dealt with nutrition. Now when we will be dealing with nutrition, we will come to a point that we have two categories of organism. One is known as heterotrophs and the other is autotrophs. Okay, autotrophs means organisms that is capable of preparing their own food, that is plants and animals. All animals that cannot prepare their own food comes under the heterotrophs. Okay, now whatever food that is in the form of chemical energy stored in the body needs to get oxidized. So this oxidation is done by respiration. Now in general, if we define respiration, respiration is something that taking in of oxygen and given out of carbon dioxide. But contradictions are always there. That means contradiction. See, we again have two different types, and aerobic and another one is aerobic. Now what is aerobic? Respiration takes place in the presence of oxygen is known as aerobic, and respiration taking place in the absence of oxygen is known as anaerobic. Okay. Now again we have then after that respiration, it actually burns the food. It is very similar to that, and the ultimate thing is it releases energy. You know, this energy is not in the form of light, heat, something like that. This energy is in the form of ATP. What is ATP? Adenosine triphosphate molecules. Okay, so this is what respiration is. We'll come to it when we will be dealing that. Now that is excretion. See, whatever is taken in and whatever is processed within the body and whatever is not required has to be eliminated from the body. So elimination of metabolic wastes are called excretion. Now excretion may be in the form of solid or to it, but liquid is generally dealt with the process of excretion. Now every organism, right from the unicellular organism to multicellular organism, they have different type of excretory organ, different modes of excretion that we would be dealing when we will be dealing with excretion. Now control and coordination is again a very important point. Okay, so control and coordination basically needs the animal to react to stimuli. React to stimuli means, for example, if you see a dog coming towards your cell, you will be running away. If you see in the middle of the road a truck coming towards you, you will be moving away. If you are thirsty, you will go to the water and you will drink. So that control and coordination, whenever you want to stand, you will stand. Whenever you want to talk, sit, like that. This is entirely done by the brain and a system of nerves. Okay, so this reaction to stimuli is also another important processes that it is essential for the life processes. Now you see circulation that deals with the heart, artery and veins. Heart, artery and veins in cases of higher animals. Okay, and this is actually important for circulation of nutrient and respiratory gases. So for example, nutrient, the food is taken in within the body. That food material, food is for example, if you take in chapati, the body does not know that it is a chapati. It has to be broken down into glucose. That means it knows that the carbohydrate material has gone inside the body and it has to be converted into glucose. So that glucose, if it is inside the stomach, now that glucose has to be circulated to each and every cell of the body. So that is done by this. Even it happens in plants also. See, plants, xylem and phloem. Xylem transports the water from the root to the leaf, and from the phloem transports the prepared sugar or glucose within the plant body from the leaf to the different part of the body, because circulation is very important for the life processes are very vital for the survival of the organism. You see, a person may die what? It dies if the heart fails. That means circulatory system entirely stops. Respiratory system will also stop. So circulatory, respiratory and nutrients, these are totally related to each other. And you know, one system cannot be separated from the other. They are all related to each other. Okay. Then finally, it is the reproductive system. See, if the reproductive system is eliminated from these four, the organism can survive. Okay, for survival, reproduction is not necessary. Okay, that means it is not essential like nutrition, respiration, excretion, but this reproduction is essential for, continuity. What is continuity? Continuity means the continuity of species. That means for the survival of species on this earth, the organism has to reproduce. Now during reproduce, see, life produces life. This is the funda. Now that means what? Life produces life means see, similar organism produces similar organism. Dog produces puppy, cows produce calf. So like that, the reproduction is very much essential for the continuity of species, and life produces life. So these we will be dealing separately as an individual unit. Okay. So what are the basic life processes that is very essential for the survival is nutrition, respiration, excretion, control and coordination,